Well, anyways, thank you for listening. We'll be back next week. Welcome back to episode 4 of No Cast Space. Today, we're joined by Sajith Neeson, as always, and a special guest, Marcus Saltis, the soccer analyst.
Hello.
Soccer analyst.
Air quotes.
We're going to be looking at the past couple days in the UCL, the next couple match days, and also a bit of Leafs and NHL.
Man City.
Yeah, that too. That's a big one. So, to start, couple exciting games. Atletico beating Liverpool, Dortmund beating PSG, Atlanta winning big against Valencia, and Leipzig beating Tottenham. Where do you guys want to start?
I think we should start with the biggest game, Liverpool versus Atletico.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's unvalid.
real shock in the UCL table with championship winners with Liverpool losing against. Were they in the Europa League? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Atletico?
Yeah.
No, they were in the Champions League.
No, they're in the Europa League last year.
You sure?
Yes. Because when I did my FIFA career mode with United, I played Atletico in the Europa League.
Oh my!
In the finals.
So it makes it a bigger shock.
Wasn't it they finished third in the group, right?
Who?
Oh, possibly.
Atletico. They didn't qualify for a Europa League spot, I don't think.
They did last year.
Did not. I don't. No,
They were in the Europa League last year.
I swear they came third in their Champions League group.
This year or last?
Last year.
No, they were in Europa League last year.
Oh.
No, but if you get third in the Champions League, then you move down to the Europa League, right? So there's a chance.
They weren't even here.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
They finished third. So yeah.
They finished third in the Champions League, but
So
we'll
not-
count them as Europa League,
So yeah.
No, they're Champions
not,
League.
Not even getting to round of 16 last year.
Okay,
which is brutal.
And really putting out a big win against Liverpool, scoring early. I think it was the 4th minute.
Yeah.
From a
Um,
corner.
Oh.
What? But I mean, Liverpool didn't even register a shot apparently.
On
so
target, yeah.
They're
Yeah.
trash.
How do you guys feel? Do you think they'll make it back in time next week or in a couple
At
weeks?
Anfield, honestly, I do think Liverpool's gonna
You
win
can't
the
really
game.
say no.
What? They're undefeated at the moment. They're gonna play much better
Liverpool?
at home.
Shut up.
Well, I
But,
mean, what 73% percentage for possession? Damn.
And even Klopp criticizing the way Atletico plays, saying how the fans came to see a result, not the joy of the match or whatever he said. And I do think that is something that can carry on to the next game and have an impact, but I do think Liverpool will find a way around it.
Okay. What about the Mane yellow card situation and how Klopp was referencing how they were teaming up to try and get Mane a yellow card or it's sent off? How do you guys feel about that?
I have no clue about
I
that.
didn't see
I didn't see that. if I'm
Yeah,
being
so
honest.
pretty much
Is he on a...
he's on a yellow card, but
So, if he gets
was-
another one...
he was pretty much Klopp was implying that they were aggregating or
Yeah.
being aggressive against Mane to try and make him get sent off.
Yeah.
Pretty much get a red
So-
card and get off.
Yeah, and that goes back to the same thing. It's... Again, I do think they'll find a way around it.
I doubt. They
But
lose.
without Mane, that will be a bad. I don't think they can stand a chance against Atletico.
Well, I mean, did you see the foul on that apparently Salah committed? Like, it was near their end, I'm pretty sure, near the corner flag. This guy got the ball. He didn't even touch him. Like, if you actually watch the review, Salah didn't even touch him. Atletico player flopped and said he's, got an elbow to the face. It was bad.
That seems brutal.
Yeah, especially if it's on... Well, I don't know what side it was on, but if
Calls
it's
a fraud.
on the opposite side of the linesman and the ref's not going to be right there, it's a foul that's easy to...
Sell.
Yeah.
Speaking of brutal, Atlanta versus Valencia. Was it 4-1 at the end?
4-1, yeah.
Wow.
Even Valencia scoring one goal in the 66th minute after
Well, it didn't really
it was
matter.
over. Exactly.
Who's home? Atlanta? Or Atalanta?
They were...
I think so.
Who's at Old Trafford?
Yep, in Italy.
Alright, so...
It was.
I mean, Valencia's decent, but I doubt they're going to pull back a 3-0 this.
Yeah.
Well, this
Yeah,
is
Deficit.
Even if Atlanta doesn't get one away goal,
Then
it wraps it up.
basically wrapped up.
exactly. I think that's a clear-cut victory for Atlanta. But we
now,
have seen many upsets.
yeah,
PSG versus Dortmund.
that's a closer one. That
Erling Haaland.
All right.
Haaland.
He's going to United next.
He really
No,
isn't.
No,
Okay, well, Sancho is, so.
New question: is Erling Haaland the next best superstar?
He's playing in Germany. He's not playing, like.
Superstar.
But he
If he played in the Premier League, it'd be more,
Yo,
like.
you know, I read a
convincing.
report. Guess who his idol was growing up?
Ole.
No.
I don't
that's
know.
like saying your idol was like,
Randy Carlisle.
yeah, like Scott Carrington.
It
was
was
your idol.
Michu from when he played in Swansea.
Really?
Yes. That I
Well,
only saw
why do I
a report.
remember
He's
him?
already better than him.
He-
Why do I remember?
I
him?
only remember him because he played like in the Prem, but like
Oh,
he wasn't like anything
no.
special.
All I know is
No,
Sancho's
he
going to
wasn't.
United.
I mean, but
Well,
that
yeah.
second goal was pretty nice.
But
But Sancho's going to United.
anyway,
Scoring 2 goals in 8 minutes.
Haaland scored twice?
Yep.
yeah,
and in 2 goals in the Bundesliga, he scored 5, I think, which is absurd, especially for a youngster or at his age.
Yeah.
I think Dortmund got him like what for 25 million.
No, but they paid a lot more
It
than
was.
that. Because they had to pay Raiola a ton.
yeah, but
And
still,
they
I
gave him
think,
like 20% of a future sale.
but still,
Which is
I think
a lot of
it's-
damn money.
I
But
think
the way
it's
he's
still
playing, it's be a
good.
lot of money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I still think they got him for like cheap.
Yeah, but do you want to give the agents all that power? I don't
If you're getting the player, who cares?
Who knows when they're going to sell him, though? If he becomes a
Well,
young prospect.
selling
that's
Sancho.
He wants to go to Leeds, and technically, so
I remember
you know,
that. That was-
he
that was
wants
so
to,
funny.
he wants to win the Premier League with Leeds.
Okay, that will be at the end of his career. Or
And
if
who
he
knows-
Unless
flops
they,
like Torres.
well, I mean,
Who knows if they're even getting promoted? Because
Okay, well, Sancho
moment,
is
they're-
leaving.
okay, but at the moment, what's it called? Leeds is getting promoted. Well, they're in
they're
a
in second.
promotion.
But it went from like a 10-point lead over third to like 3 now.
I swear they flopped it last year. They could have been
They
promoted
did,
last
yeah.
year.
No.
They lost because they let Aston Villa score
Yeah,
because the ref fucked it up.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
which
I mean, I think they're
Well,
gonna
I'm
get
sure
promoted
it's on
this year
YouTube.
again.
It's not
All right.
with the school.
All right. And Torella was bringing up Sancho.
He's going to United.
He's showing that he really wants to leave, but where
He's
do you
playing so
really
well.
think and why?
Hmm?
Where do you think he's
United.
gonna go and why?
It makes sense.
Why does it
would
make
you go to
sense?
Liverpool? How many forwards they have? He's not going to play that much. At that age, he's going to want to play. So he's going to start in United
So,
for sure.
so he's gonna go to the disaster that's
He's
United.
going to play on the wing and actually the right 6
Who
place.
do they have? Martial,
Martial, Rashford,
Rashford plays like left wing, left
Daniel
mid.
James, but
Daniel James.
He
is
can
in
Bruno.
He can always get benched.
Bruno.
Yeah,
But do they really want to bench him in the form that he's been in?
yes.
Jalen James is awful.
Yes.
Yes, keep him off the team. But Sancho, he'd play every game. He's like that's the biggest team you can go to.
Well, that's
They're able to give it
I
like
doubt-
whatever he wants, they'll be able to pay him, and they will.
yeah. I doubt like
Why would he go to Liverpool or City? He used to be City sold him to Dortmund, and he apparently doesn't want to go back there, even though they have some like matching clause. But if he doesn't want to go there, it doesn't matter. So I think United's the most logical, and Chelsea already has a deal in place for what's his name.
It's the Chief.
Yeah,
Sure.
they have a deal in place for somebody already. Starts with a Z.
Ziyech.
Oh,
we already
Ziyech.
bought. Well,
Yeah.
technically, we already bought Ziyech.
Yeah, but you don't get him until summer.
Yeah. So
So you already have a deal in place.
okay.
So-
so
so
we
it
can make
makes-
a more than
so,
one deal.
So it makes sense for United to get him, and I think.
what do you
that's
mean?
where
We
he
can
is.
also
yeah.
still get him.
Yeah, but he'll play more at United. And at a bigger club.
Undoubtedly.
And at a bigger club.
He's.
And
Where are
if
you
you
guys placed?
And if United can scrape out like the fifth to
I
finish
mean,
fifth,
They're not even in the championship.
if they can scrape out to finish fifth, and City, we'll talk about that later.
Oh, yeah.
But if United, they would make the Champions League with that. So if they can get to fifth, I think that's even bigger spot for Sancho.
Sheffield doesn't look that bad though.
Yeah, Sheffield and Tottenham look.
And
more-
Sancho, he's allegedly good friends with or buddies with Rashford
Yeah, 'cause
from
they're on
playing
the-
international together.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They want to line
Like
up against the sides.
realistically, I could see United buying him only because I feel like they might. Like Liverpool will definitely bid. Chelsea will
Yes, but
bid.
he's not going to play that much on Liverpool.
Listen, they're gonna bid, but then they're not gonna bid as much as like
United.
Chelsea.
And-
Chelsea or
And
United.
United can get the wages too.
That's the thing. They're gonna. paid that much more. So
But you can get wages anywhere. It's not. You can get the wages
which is
anywhere.
anywhere.
No, the way he wants like $200K a week apparently.
But
If Liverpool has a chance to get him, they'll pay it. It doesn't matter to them.
And
Yeah.
would you want to go there and not play as much?
Well, he'll probably
you
will
rather
probably
play
start him every other
For
game.
United and come
Exactly,
seventh
United
every
can start
year.
every game.
Start every
Yeah.
game Europa League.
Yeah, like that's the thing.
Pretty rough.
Champions League.
I'm thinking he's gonna go to Chelsea, in my opinion.
I hope
That's
he
what I
goes to
think,
Chelsea. Imagine Pulisic, Abraham, and Sancho.
I know they have a lot of youngsters, but it's more likely than him going to Tottenham, even though I'd love to have him in Tottenham.
Yeah, and just one last game, Tottenham and Leipzig.
Speaking of
Not
Tottenham,
really.
Speaking of Tottenham.
Speaking
Yeah.
of that, no.
Not really.
Mourinho.
Game.
Without Son, without Kane,
Kane.
Tottenham's
Oh,
Yeah.
brutal.
I
And
thought
then
they were gonna
Mourinho
win.
on the
Lucas
bench.
Moura doesn't have the same power that he had last.
They've
year.
got retard Mourinho, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leipzig, lucky penalty, but I mean,
even with the corrupt teams
It's
they
gonna
are,
happen.
All right, so for next week predictions, Chelsea versus Bayern.
Bayern.
Yeah,
I-
give me
okay.
a score.
Hold up.
I'd expect like a close game, maybe like a 1-1 or a 2-1.
I feel like
3-1.
Chelsea
3-1 Bayern.
might lose like.
They lost to
1-0.
United. You're shitting on United. They just lost to them 2-0. Like
That's true.
like, I don't know what you're
Where are
talking
they?
about.
Okay, where are you still placed?
It is in London, so
Yeah, I feel like
I-
They lost to United without Pogba, without Rashford.
okay, but those games are gonna happen.
There might still
They
be
lost!
some nerves between Chelsea and
They
Bayern,
lost. They're like,
especially
oh,
at home.
We lost to United last game.
Since
What are we doing
2010,
with
was
our
it?
lives?
Yo,
When they
Lampard.
took the cup.
Lampard. He was there when we won the Champions League.
Yeah, it was.
He was
But-
there for Bayern, so he's gonna make this more.
At
I
the
feel
s-
like just because he was there and like people know about it, like the players might just.
Wait,
play
is it
that
2 or
much
3 points for a
more.
win?
Good logic.
I mean, he's gonna want it more.
Is it
so.
2 or 3 points for a win?
3 points per win.
Uh,
And 1
Okay,
point
so,
to
so
draw.
United's 1 game out of 4th.
Yeah. Oh, well.
And then
I think Bayern's clear, a clear victory.
Yeah,
With
Bayern's
such a
gonna win.
young strike force in Chelsea,
Bayern's winning.
it's gonna be
is this Napoli versus Barca?
Yes.
definitely interesting.
Okay, well, Napoli versus Barca.
I don't know about Barca. There's a lot of heat going on over there.
Yeah,
With
but
Napoli has been playing good, to be fair.
well,
In the
is it-
Champions League, no, exactly.
where's-
Oh, TC.
No, but in the Italian league.
They're in like 7th.
Oh,
Yeah, they're playing well in the
It
Champions
are they
is-
playing better in?
It's
oh.
in Napoli.
It's in Napoli.
Yep.
Okay, so I don't think it's gonna be like it'll be a close game. I think it'll
I don't
probably
think
be
so.
like a 2-2 tie.
No, I don't think so.
I'm going more towards Barcelona. Maybe like a 3-1 if Messi doesn't choke another.
2-1 Barca.
I think, especially with the inexperienced manager in Gattuso, didn't really prove himself at Milan. I don't see him
2-1 Barca.
being able to stop Messi and
That's true.
the players that they do
Griezmann.
have. Now another interesting one: Madrid and Man City.
Madrid.
I do think Madrid's gonna win.
Yeah, Madrid's going to win.
I feel like they have the better
Really?
defense.
Ooh.
They could definitely
City's
just
facing some stuff right now.
yeah. On the topic of City,
No, let's do it after.
but I feel like
But-
Madrid has that better defense, and then
I
they
can,
could also
I can
score.
see a draw for sure.
Maybe
Just
a
with
draw.
the defense.
Yeah, 1-1.
A 1-1. Even a 0-0, I wouldn't be completely shocked.
I would.
You can definitely never count Man City out, though. Proven in the
they're
Premier League years and years again.
Yeah, for sure. I think
cheating. Though.
I feel like it might just be either it's gonna be like a 1-1 draw or it's gonna be like a 2-1 victory for Real.
yeah,
That seems
for sure. And Leon and Juventus, that's not really.
Juventus.
Yeah,
is gonna win.
of course.
I'm going with Leon 2-1. It's going to be a massacre. Ronaldo's going to break a leg. And not in the lucky terms, in the unfortunate terms. And
So with all these predictions, before the round of 16 does finish, who do you guys see in the final of these teams?
in the finals, that's a long stretch away.
Well, that's the point of it.
Ooh. What's the table looking like? So, like the actual, like...
Yeah. I feel like Barca might make it back. But then again, they might not make it back.
Messi struggles with like showing up when it counts. Proven in 2014 by that beautiful free kick that got skied over the crossbar.
How was that beautiful if you missed?
It's sarcasm.
Like, you look at it, and like you said, you can't see Dortmund, you can't see PSG, you can't really see
can't
Atletico.
see Dortmund. I know
Maybe
Holland's
Liverpool.
unexpected, but
Not Tottenham, not Chelsea, maybe Bayern, maybe Madrid, City, Barca, not City, actually. They're never going to win it. But
Yeah, that's true.
Whoa.
That's true.
counting
like-
City out.
like every team you look at, you can like you have a legitimate reason for saying why they're not going to make it. I would have to say
Well, I mean, don't quarters get redrew?
Oh yeah.
they do, yeah.
Yeah, so like
Okay, so just say two
Drawn.
names.
I could see like a Barca Bayern. I think that's the safest one, but
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you're expecting Madrid to carry through against Liverpool?
Huh?
Because you counted Liverpool out of this.
I was just seeing them making it 2 years in a row. I don't think they're.
I'm gonna say Barca Liverpool.
I have to cheer for my Reds, so I'm going Bayern and Liverpool. And what about you, Harela?
Same as Robert. I think that's the most likely scenario.
So now, moving from the final in June to next year's Champions League, a team we know won't be in it is Man City. They were banned for the
2
next 2
years.
years and £30 million or euros.
Not 3
What?
million. It was
They're
more than
30 million,
30,
said,
yeah.
yeah.
3 million's like nothing to them.
So with
It was
Marie-
30.
30 still
30's
is
nothing.
not a lot.
It's
Yeah.
a $1 billion company.
But at least it's noticeable, right?
So for a team
More than
that
the Astros.
for a team that has for a team that has struggled to win a Champions League, and in 2 years' time, you can't really picture what team's gonna be like. Is this year their last chance to win it all?
With the ban, yes.
I feel like it might be Pep's last year, just because like this,
Oh, yeah,
what he's
definitely.
gonna at this. If you stop like if you end Premier League right now, he's second, so he didn't even win that. I doubt the board will keep him if he doesn't win the Champions League, because like how many more times do they want to win like the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, and then be satisfied with that?
That's a fair point. But I could see them keeping Pep, unless he retires himself, because he's still a renowned manager.
He has said that he doesn't want to stay too, but
He does or doesn't?
he does.
Oh.
He said.
And trying to escape just shows how, like, he can't handle tough situations, but if he stays, he really shows and solidifies himself as one of the best managers ever.
Now, aside from Pep, do you see any players leaving?
Players leaving? No.
What about with the ban? Maybe
Well-
they'll be restricted, or
Probably.
A Juve type situation, 10, 15 years ago? They got relegated.
Yeah.
The entire team left, pretty much.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I doubt it. If anything, they ask for like wage increases. Be like, you better pay me or we leave. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm expecting their salary cap to be like,
Salary
or
cap.
salary to have a cap put in place for the next couple
Well,
of
so
3-4 years.
they already have a club rule they won't pay more than $60 million in a transfer.
really?
Yeah.
When was that applied?
I don't know. I read it somewhere.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah, I doubt.
Like for a single player.
I felt like they're not gonna bring anyone in, nor anyone's gonna leave, unless it's gonna be like
Yeah,
someone small.
Mhm.
But do you feel like their team should be restricted because they've using so much money in each transfer window has like pushed them up 2-3 years of transfer windows alone just to like
Well, I mean, if it makes the Premier League money, the Premier League won't do anything about it. It's like the Houston thing. They're not gonna really ban Altuve or Bregman just because people are gonna watch the game. So if they're gonna watch the game, other teams are gonna have to just deal with it.
Hit them.
but wouldn't the league want to keep their like kind of like
We're talking about baseball or soccer?
Soccer
they want to keep their name like
integrity
integrity.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but City's full of like new fans. I feel.
Yeah, doesn't really matter.
So
Well,
if-
City fan, there are no Cities fans. I swear they don't even
Exactly, they're
fill
all
up a
new
stadium,
fans.
so it doesn't even matter.
Exactly.
So
So they can like, even if this ban really does what it should do to them, they might be in a little bit of trouble after that.
Yeah, and another team that also could be facing the same punishment is PSG. What do you see happening to them?
they could. I feel like if anything, it's the same exact ban, just 2 years from the Champions League. I don't see anything else in the same fine.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they did a little bit less, like, whatever transfers than Man City did, so maybe they could get away with it.
But I feel like if that actually did happen, I feel like I could see Mbappe or Neymar actually leave.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and already rumors with Madrid.
And
Yeah,
not Pogba.
Mbappe to
Right.
Madrid, Neymar back to Barca.
I could already see Mbappe leaving, no matter what happens.
Yeah,
I could see
He's
that,
showing
so.
that he was unhappy at PSG, and especially in the UCL fixture, he was benched. So, I mean, why would you want to stay?
Yeah, Neymar's gone.
Yeah, so now moving on to hockey. The Leafs, another week where really we're unsure of the team and the direction they're heading in. They did make a couple minor trades for Dennis Line, I think his name is.
Yeah, I'm
Trading
pretty sure
Mason
he's,
Marchman.
yeah, they got him just so he can replace Janssen on the wing. So I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I feel he's a all-around solid player. Could slot into a fourth-line role. But still, with the team and their inconsistencies, another bad game on Tuesday against the Penguins. Ole, 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 ole.
I mean,
That
I
was
wouldn't
Solskjaer?
start. I wouldn't start Anderson against
Yeah, ruined his
the
confidence.
Penguins
Yeah,
again.
kill his confidence.
I don't think it
Terrible.
matters.
Kill him. Well, I mean, it's not really killing him if he knows he's playing bad. What he has a
871, I think, in the last 12 games.
yeah since
It's-
coming back. You might as well just start riding the hot hand in Campbell because we at this point we need.
Yeah,
to
it's
lose.
not like you're in second and you have some time between now and the playoffs to figure some stuff out. It's you have to get points or you're not in the playoffs.
So,
Especially against such a strong Penn side. I mean, especially with that 5-2, I'm pretty sure, on Tuesday.
It was.
It's going to be a scary night.
Yeah, and aside from Anderson, the rest of the team, really from the start of the year, has slowed down. Aside from their main guys, I do remember at the beginning of the year it was Tavares and Matthews and Marner were all slow start, and it was Kapanen and Janssen really carrying them.
yeah, the bottom six started hot. I know Engvall started well when he got called
Yeah.
up. McKay, like, if I'm honest, like that
Leafs were still
Tavares line, I feel like it didn't like really slow down, but I think he would have a lot more points if Mikheyev was there.
Yeah,
Like, I don't think people realize, but Mikheyev was doing really good with the
he was. He was
Tavares
third in points, I think.
Yeah, before he
Rookies.
got injured
Yeah.
for the Calder, so that was a really big blow.
And
And
even this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
and the Riley
Yeah.
injury was so bad. I like people know him for his offense, but like watching these last games, he does have a really good impact in the defensive zone, and without that, we're gonna go down this bad path.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, seeing how the Leafs are playing now, do you think they're
Awful.
actually going to make the playoffs?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nope.
it's Florida. I don't see the Panthers.
But they
new
have
Florida
lost
Panthers.
some unexpected
New Florida.
games.
Every couple of years, big free
This
agent
season.
signing.
Bob Roski, $10 million.
Yeah.
897 save percentage.
I just don't see them pulling it out. I see them losing in 5 games
The Leafs
to
are
whoever
not
they
making-
play.
The Leafs want to make the playoffs. And
Well,
then
I
they have
mean,
no,
I
they
feel
have
like
no
if-
first round pick.
If we beat, is it this year's first that's conditional, or is it next year's?
Well, if they somehow if it's top 10.
It's only top 10, so if they just went to the playoffs like Montreal did last year, then it's the
Yeah.
Hurricanes pick.
But what if we beat the Panthers? We have 2 games against the Panthers down the stretch.
lose both of them, you're screwed.
Well, if we win both of them, we're set.
Yeah.
I disagree.
But what are the chances of that, especially in the form that you've been in?
Exactly. The
Well,
Leafs
something
are a
will
very
happen.
consistent team.
Well, what I think the last game against Florida is near the end of the season.
You guys should tank.
We
Montreal.
can't start tank. Montreal's not even properly tanking.
Yeah, well, they're still like 6th worst in the league. Whenever
But I mean, if you're gonna tank, you might as well trade Tatar and like.
Whenever I
maybe
do the
Domi.
tankathon simulation, Montreal wins pretty often. So
No.
Yeah. Okay.
they'll trade Tatar. for sure.
Professional
Petrie
simulations here.
maybe, but Tatar for sure.
You might as well trade Petrie, Tatar.
Not Petrie.
Why?
I would keep Domi and Gallagher, but trade Tatar. And
Petrie's they both have another year left. They both have another year left on contract. So get rid of Tatar
No,
and
they
keep
don't.
Petrie. Yeah, they do.
Petrie doesn't.
Yeah, he does. I'm pretty sure Petrie does. I know Tatar does for sure. I'm 50-50 on Petrie.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
he's-
he does have a year.
He does.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
another year.
he has a
Oh.
year.
I don't know. I
still.
think you trade Tatar for sure. Petrie based on the offer. Tatar no matter what. Same with Kovalchuk.
Well, I mean, would you trade Domi? He's also
No.
He's getting signed this year.
Yeah, but he hasn't played as well this year, so they can get him cheaper.
Maybe.
Yeah, just go back. I found a stat about the top scorers in the depth. Since Keefe took over, Matthews, Marner, Nylander, Tavares, and Hyman have scored 71% of their goals.
Yeah. This.
Like that's like you have to get something from the bottom six.
As they should be.
Well, I mean, it's hard because Johansson keeps getting injured. Well, he's gotten injured
Yeah.
twice, and now he's gone for the whole season. Kerfoot and Kapanen. Well, Engvall slowed down, and Kerfoot and Kapanen, I have no clue what's happening with them. I feel like Spezza has the most goals in the bottom six. A 36-year-old veteran who we're paying the league minimum, pretty sure has the most, like, since Keefe took over, maybe?
He does 6 goals in 34
Yeah,
games.
like,
Engvall has 6, McCabe has 4 and 14.
McCabe would have, like, a lot more, but
Captain 4 and 35. That's got to be better. Kerfoot 3 and 34. So do you see the Leafs making another trade?
Yes.
Yeah.
not this.
Yeah.
Until the off season, but not.
I see
right
them
now.
trying to get a bunch of defensemen.
But like who and for what?
Petrie.
Yeah.
We can retain Cap on Petrie if you guys want to give something up for him.
But even like, I don't see a trade. Just like what's the goal? I think.
It's not gonna be a big trade. It's gonna be like a gap stop.
Well, I mean, what's the
Or
real
stopgap,
point
whatever
if
you call
like
it.
what? When's CC coming back? Well, I mean, do I
Do
really
you
want
really
CC?
want him back?
No.
That's the real question.
It's been like weird for him. Usually we hear a lot more with the Leafs,
Yeah,
but this one's just sort of he's
just
and-
hurt. I don't know if they gave a timeline, but
I'll check right now if he's on LTIR.
I'm pretty sure he is. What?
If
what-
that is,
what?
that's huge though.
Riley's pushing to come back before the playoffs,
And what Riley?
like in March. So
Yeah, I've heard that, but I don't know if
he might. He might not.
I'd
might.
like to see him out until the playoffs just so they can make some trade.
Oh, with the cap.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. Who's willing to? Because ideally, like someone like, I mean, the Devils and like someone like Severson or Vatanen or with the Ducks and Manson.
Yeah, that'd be something then. Trying to do something free agency.
Parayko or Pietrangelo.
Not happening.
I mean, Pietrangelo might be. You know, if they don't sign him, give
Unless
him
he
that
wants-
7.
Are you
What
sure?
kind of hometown discount would that be? Half the contract?
No, I'm pretty sure if theoretically, if the cap goes up to 84.5 million,
If it's the same.
I don't think it's ever stayed the same. It's gonna increase,
Yeah.
but like no one really.
From what, 81 to 84?
Yeah.
I disagree.
What do you think it's gonna go up to?
82.
82. It's literally 81.5.
So they go to 82.
I doubt they put a point.
82.5.
I feel like it might just be 84.5 or 83, but around that. And then you trade
Yeah.
Johansson, you trade Cap, and then
Janssen?
Fuck.
Not Johansson.
Janssen.
you always say
Yeah,
Johansson.
I don't know why. Janssen,
Fake news
Kapanen. You trade Dermott because he's still he's an RFA. So
Yeah.
you can always have.
And
You
he's
always
been
have the
rumored
signing
to
rights.
be a piece.
and then sign Petrangelo. Or give all three of them up to the Blues and sign Parayko.
And Muzzin
Jesus.
reportedly is being re-signed for 4 years.
5.5.
Yeah.
I think that's a good deal. That's exactly what Petrie's making, coincidentally. But
Mhm.
I think that's a solid deal. It'll take him till he's 34, and it's at the moment it's only what $500K more than Riley.
Yeah.
Riley's gonna I think he's up in 2 years, and when he's
2
gonna want
years,
his extension, he's gonna ask for like Barry money, so like 7 or 8.
Probably more than that.
Nah.
To see where the cap was up to.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, and some other, I wouldn't say major trades, but the Pens acquiring Zucker for
That was a
Galchenyuk.
big trade. I mean, you got a
Prospect
first
and
for
first.
him.
Didn't they get first Kalen Addison and Alex
Okay.
Galchenyuk?
Yeah.
Well,
I think that-
is a negative asset at this point.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
at this point, yeah, but Kalen
And late-
Addison.
Someone
a
said, I
decent
forget who it was,
prospect.
someone said Galchenyuk is the best thing ever. He's like he has all the tools but the toolbox.
Yeah, and I think especially his all-around game. I think he's only been going to power plays here,
He's not really a bottom 6 player, so I don't know what his. Maybe it was KHL. I don't know.
and even for what, like $5.5 million he was making.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
well, John gave him a decent job.
He was
got
very
30
promising.
He had
to
like a
be
30
fair.
goal season before that.
Yeah, he was very
Yeah.
promising.
He's like the 4th overall pick or 3rd overall pick or something like.
He's gonna come back though.
I doubt it.
No, it's
But
not.
anyway, Kalen Addison, he's supposed to be top 4 potential, like a good offensive defenseman, and a late first rounder. Do you think it's a lot or no?
I think it was a good trade for Pens.
I think the first round it was
Definitely.
a little, like maybe a second. But the
Well, I
first
mean-
was a little bit much. But you're also taking that salary off the books, so
Yeah, I
you
feel
know
like
he is a UFA
And I think
year.
until Crosby retires, you have to go all in if you're
yeah,
Pittsburgh.
yeah,
And
you
Zucker,
have
is,
to.
especially
and Malkin,
with
and Letang.
I think 4 years of term on his contract.
yeah.
left.
Yeah.
You have to take advantage of. You may never have. You probably never have players of 2 players of that caliber ever again.
And I think, especially playing in Minnesota, he is an underrated player. A really good all-around penalty kill, power play, offense.
He's
and
gonna get
defense.
the ice time on Minnesota, so if he has a chance to
Yeah.
restart his career, it's
Yeah, but he had ice time. He had tons of ice time in Montreal. It was awful.
That's true.
He also had. Did he play with Crosby or Malkin, or was he just on the third line?
I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't watch Pittsburgh.
Penn
games.
fan?
Ask,
What was it?
ask the Pittsburgh
I don't
fan.
I don't remember.
Too many games.
But,
Too many
yeah.
games you can remember.
But anyway, I feel like that first rounder, like what you said, it should have been a second because I feel like people undervalue like a late first. You can get steals in the first round, especially the late first.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
Pittsburgh
So-
could use that pick, but
Yeah.
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 And a slightly similar trade with the Canucks acquiring Tyler
Toffoli?
Toffoli. I think the Kings did better on this one. Getting a really good prospect, one of the best in NCAA right now.
Cal McCarr. Or not Cal McCarr. I meant to say Cole Caulfield.
Caulfield, I was gonna say.
Caulfield's the best prospect in the NCAA.
No, one of the best, I said.
Caulfield is the best, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yes.
he said one.
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
agree. But, yeah, I think
Well, I mean,
I-
with the center depth, what Vancouver has, they
Yeah.
don't really need him.
especially with Besser out now.
Toffoli's
Yeah,
not a center?
that Toffoli signing,
Yeah,
like,
Toffoli's
it
not
makes
a
it
center.
so much nearer for
Okay.
Madden. But
Toffoli.
with Besser out, that actually makes it so much
Yeah,
better.
it just like perfect
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah.
Lastly, the Habs, pretty much announcing their status
The commencing
At
of the tank.
at this trade deadline. A decent trade.
Very good trade. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
Pretty
they
much
got him
amazing.
for first.
Pretty much-
6 weeks ago, they traded a 4th round pick for Scandella, and they got a 2nd and a 4th for him.
Yeah, pretty much getting a free second round pick.
Exactly. Even
Like-
even if they don't get the 4th, it's conditional. You still got a 2nd round pick. It's all better than a 4th.
Yeah, second, fourth is you would take it any day.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So, and they got to use them while it's in the 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, Weber was out for a bit, so
I wonder if
And
all
Wilson.
these trades happening early is going to have an impact on the trade deadline.
yes, the trade center show is gonna be like just
Yeah.
maybe a talk show. Nothing's gonna happen.
Well, I
But
feel like
I see for Montreal from IC to targeting moved most definitely, and the mark's really been set for him with these past few moves.
That
first
Coleman deal.
A first and Tatar's like almost 30 goals already. He's at 50 something points. So I see a first and a pretty decent prospect for him, most definitely.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
Tampa Bay gave up. I feel like they
Or
gave
even
up a lot.
Toffoli.
I feel like they gave up a lot. Nolan Foote and a first, even though it's a late first.
Byram?
Like
Coleman is actually really good though.
Kevin Tatar's a better player.
Yeah.
Even though he does play wing.
But-
And Tatar's another year.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say something. Hold on. I was gonna say something.
Okay.
I don't remember now, but
I
So
mean,
I see
Coleman
Tatar
has a
going?
game.
Kovalchuk. I think that's someone.
I see Kovalchuk gone.
I think that's someone you have to move out. I
Indefinitely.
don't see him having the
But
same year.
Julian's
especially.
Julian's a dumbass. He's putting him on the third line right now.
Who?
You
Kovalchuk?
don't know how to spell Ilya?
No, I'm not searching up. I'm trying to remember a website.
Wait, Kovalchuk's on the third line?
Yes, they keep putting him on the third line after his hot start, which I don't understand. But they could get like a third for him, not a first, maybe a second.
Late second.
Third. I'd
Unless
be
they
with
like
a third.
package.
No, just put it by himself. I'd be happy with a. Well, his salary for the rest of the year is like 100,000. Because he's on the minimum, it's prorated. So
Yeah, so
you could get rid of a lot of guys.
then who, out of all the NHL, who do you think are buyers?
St. Louis.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they shot Scandella.
Well, yeah, I feel like that might be the only trade because they still have
Colorado,
Tarasenko
they're
gone.
the
Oh, yeah.
definition of cap space.
What they lost, Jost, They just lost
Yost.
Rant. No, I don't think they lost, but they lost Rantanen
Yes,
for another 6 to 8
so
weeks.
Qatar.
So
Or not Qatar.
someone like Tatar,
I said Qatar.
someone like Tatar might fit there.
What
ideal
are you
situation.
comparing?
No, I'm trying to find
Kovalchuk?
Tatar.
Thomas Tatar.
Wait.
What are you on? Here, hold on. You can just search?
No, you can't. You have to go
He was on 2017.
here, 18, 19.
Yeah. Because he wasn't on the team then.
Yeah.
He's only on. Is it a 2 year?
No, that
But
one's
it's
fine.
16, so it doesn't work.
I mean, good offensively, okay in the transition game, and good in the offensive zone. I think.
100. That's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good asset for anyone that wants to trade for him.
And he's fairly cheap because Vegas has like half the salary retained.
Yeah, and I do see the Kings
Bergey
getting a first for him for sure.
You
At
could easily get a first and a top tier prospect.
Not top tier, like a decent, good.
Top tier.
Nah, I wouldn't
What
say top
Toffoli
tier.
got? Yes.
Do you trust Bergevin to do that?
No.
Well, I mean,
Bergevin will give him
exactly.
one for a 7.
But what? Toffoli, the Kings got a second and not a first.
Did they?
Yeah.
That was a, okay.
It was
Uh,
I think
okay,
a second
so-
and a conditional fourth.
Okay. I see Bergevin giving up like a second and a new set of weights because that's all he does in the office
Yeah.
apparently. But yeah, get rid of Tatar first. Worst comes to worst, you re-sign him in free agency if he wants to come back. Pull the old Chapman.
Mm-hmm.
And then Petrie, same thing. Honestly, if you our decor looks like a CHL team because Yolson's out for like basically the rest of his career. Weber is
Supposed to come back in like a couple of weeks.
Well, he's basically playing, but not really.
Yeah, what was that?
I
That whole
don't-
thing went from.
I forget who he.
It
I
went from
forget-
his career's over
Over,
to
yeah,
he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
That was
So-
so funny.
They could. I still see get rid of Petrie because he's getting older. Who knows what he's gonna do next year? And you might as well capitalize on the asset now when he's not gonna really do anything for the team.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get a first for him too. Just load up on first and get Lafreniere and then
You're not gonna get Lafreniere unless you get lucky with the odds.
they'll rig it.
Detroit is gonna get
They can rig
Alexis
it.
Lafreniere.
They can rig it.
Well,
It's the draft's in Montreal.
okay. No, that's not.
I see Gary pulling a little strings behind the stage.
A little bit of a heated ball or whatever.
Okay, that's
If
a
anything,
quick
they rig it so the Sens lose because who watches the Senators?
one. Exactly. So Montreal
Yeah.
will win.
No, but Detroit's still gonna win.
If Montreal had the first pick in Montreal when they need a player like that, money.
Rigged.
Exactly. No, I'm fine with it.
Yes, because you're a Montreal fan.
Exactly.
But I mean, speaking of the Sens, that Carlson trade though.
It's better and better.
Yeah, they basically have a prodigy.
Well,
in
no,
Shabbat.
San Jose didn't have to they didn't re-sign him. They wouldn't have gotten the first this year.
Yeah, but they basically have a prodigy in Shabbat, and then a top 2 with their pick and San Jose's at the moment. It's 2 and 6.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they're not going to win. They're going to drop because Montreal's going to make them in the top 3.
Yeah.
What is Montreal in the standings right now?
Like 6th or 7th. I think they're 23rd. Just go on Tankathon. Tankathon is everything. It's my favorite website. 2 years ago and this year, it's my favorite website.
Oh, they're
They are
24th
7th.
in the league.
Yeah, so 3rd and 6th. It goes Detroit, LA, Ottawa, New Jersey, Anaheim, Ottawa, Montreal.
Yeah.
So
No, Chicago, Montreal.
It's sim it 5 times. Toronto plus 11. Ottawa drops 2. Everyone drops 2, basically. Ottawa gets the 2nd pick from the San Jose pick, but their pick drops 2, so basically the same. New Jersey.
Not pulling that again.
New Jersey up 3. Detroit 1. Winnipeg gets the 3rd pick. Montreal drops again.
But even Chicago, or where did they come from last year?
Speaking of Chicago, LA, Detroit, Ottawa, New Jersey. Montreal drops another one.
'Cause they went up like 7 picks
Jeez,
maybe?
another one.
Yeah.
Montreal
Imagine
drops
Detroit.
again.
Yeah.
I want to see Montreal win here.
Okay, I've done 10 of these, and Montreal hasn't won a single one. Calm down.
Yeah, it's all Anaheim and Chicago. There we go.
I've got LA and San Jose. San Jose
There you
more
go.
times.
Montreal just went up 6 spots to number 1.
I doubt that's
With
gonna
Los
happen.
Angeles and Ottawa. Sure.
Well, they stayed. That's what they're originally.
Well, on that note, we can keep dreaming. If you really want that to happen, but
you can get dreaming of the playoffs. How about that?
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
We have a better chance of making
It's
the
gonna
playoffs than
happen.
you getting the first round.
All right.
So on that note, that's it for this episode. We'll see you guys next week.